Alright, so example 3 is just going to be some quick solving in case you need practice, but everyone should show their work and write these down. Still page 4, still working on equivalent equations. We're going to solve for this unknown variable. And I'm going to follow these 4 steps. Did Casey go surfing? Is how I remember it. This is the distributive property. This is combine like terms, and those only exist on the same side of the equal sign, so I can't combine like terms across an equal sign. This is get variable to one side of the equal sign, and this is solve. So solve usually means adding or subtracting a constant and then multiplying or dividing by a coefficient. So first find your equal sign. Make a barrier there so that you don't break the rules of equality. Do I have a distributive property here? No, I don't see any parentheses or anything to distribute in problem A. I do need to combine like terms though. So if I look on just this left side, I've got these two like terms. They're both negative, so we add and keep the sign. So they're going to be negative 12x plus 8 equals negative 16. I do not need to worry about this step where I get variable to one side of the equal sign because there's only one x in this problem, so that's good. And then I'm going to continue solving, which usually is adding, subtracting, and then some form of multiplying or dividing. So I'm going to find this constant here, and I'm going to get rid of it by doing the opposite, which is subtraction. And then negative 12x equals negative 24. And now this negative 12 is being multiplied by that x. So I'm going to divide by negative 12 here. And negative 24 divided by negative 12 is a positive 2. And we can do a really quick check of that if we take our original equation and replace every x with 2. So negative 7 times 2 minus 5 times 2 plus 8 should give us negative 16. So then that's negative 14 minus 10 plus 8 equals negative 16. So just being very careful to watch my positives and negatives here. So I'm doing PEMDAS when I check. And now I just have adding and subtracting left, so I go left to right. So it's negative 24 plus 8, and that does equal negative 16. So we did check our answer, and we are good to go. So it's important to check your answer like this if you're ever unsure. All right, part B. Did Casey go surfing? Do we have to distribute? Yes. So we're going to distribute this entire negative 2 to this part of the equation. And I'm just going to copy down the left side since I don't need to do anything with it yet. Negative 2y minus 20. So really making sure I multiply everything in that parentheses by negative 2. All right, we do not need to combine like terms. There are no like terms here. And then if I look on the right side, there are no like terms there. You cannot add variable expressions with constants. All right, now we do need to get variables to one side because I notice that I have a y here and a y here. I'm going to move this negative 2y because then I'll just be adding it. Because negative 2y plus 2y is 0. So those are going to cancel. So 8y plus 12 equals negative 20. All right, let's get this out of the way. Now I want to continue solving, which was that plus, minus, multiply, divide. We will subtract the constant first. We'll be left with 8y equals negative 32. And then we're going to divide by positive 8. And we're left with y equals, negative divided by positive is a negative 4. And we can always go back and check by plugging in to this entire original equation and every y getting replaced with negative 4. So make sure you're marking your answers and showing your work the same way I am. All right, last one for example 3. If you're feeling really good about yourself, pause the video and try it on your own. Did Casey go surfing? Definitely have a distributive property here. Now, notice I'm only going to distribute this 2 to the parentheses. You can't go past where the parentheses ends when you distribute. So 2x plus 10, and then just dropping this down, plus 3x. Do we need to combine like terms? Yes. If I look on the left side, I've got 2x and 3x. Those are like terms, so you want to add them. They don't have to be next to each other to be added. So we're left with 5x plus 10 equals 20. Get variable to one side. We can skip that because it already is on one side together, and we're going to finish solving. Minus 10, 5x equals 10. We're going to divide by 5 here, and we're left with x on the left and 2 on the right. So going back and plugging that in for x would allow us to check if we are right.